Hey guys, what's up? So, did a little bit of work after the camera died last night, but got some new fuel lines on. I think this fuel filter is the wrong size, but we're gonna go ahead and use it for right now. Got the brake booster line back on. Still got some wiring. I don't know if those plugs are quite right, so we're gonna leave those out for right now. I went back and double checked the tensioner with the digital caliper today. All that's good to go. I put the lower cover back on with the crank pulley. I can't close up the timing covers just yet because all of the rubber, plastic, whatever they are, grommets for the timing covers are all dry rotted and really nasty, so I can't put the rest of the covers back on. But basically I just went ahead and closed just that bottom cover up so we could crank it and start it up and see how that goes. So everything else, cam angle sensors back in, which by the way was stuck in the housing and took me quite a while to get out. Just about everything else is closed up. We just got a couple vacuum lines to plug today, and then we're gonna crank it and see what happens. And we're back, finally. So, while we were gone, just tightened up a couple things. Of course, the one piece of fuel hose I didn't replace leaked. We also went ahead and did the oil change. I siphoned out as much of the old gas as I could, put 5 gallons of new gas and a little bit of fuel additive. What we're going to do is I'm going to sweep up some of this crap in front of the car here. And then when she starts up, if she sounds all right, we're going to go ahead and pull it out of the driveway so we can get everything cleaned up, because I spilled quite a bit of oil when I did the oil change, because my jack was a little bit in the way of where I needed to put the pan. But not too bad. But we're going to go ahead and clean up, and then clean up all this mess that I got going on. And then she'll be sitting until after the snow, which might come tomorrow, and until I get the bushings for my timing cover. So here we go. I don't have the alternator belt on either, obviously. So, you know, we can't go too far. The battery's going to die anyway. Well, she drives. Like I said, we didn't go too far, but sounds pretty good. We are getting a lot of smoke from this side. Smells like crud, so I'm guessing it's probably apparently this car sat for 2 years before I got it, so I'm guessing it's probably just crud. We also got we got some smoke coming out of the back. Let's see what it smells like. It smells like normal exhaust, so it's probably just a combination of the fact that it's cold and probably the old gas. So, honestly, I don't know if the temperature gauge works. So, we're gonna go ahead and just we're going to leave it for running for another minute or so and see if the smoke gets any better. Like I said, I think it's just crud burning off the engine from sitting for so long. Hasn't been running in quite a while. I do hear a little bit of lifter noise, so we'll be checking the oil again once we get it back up into the garage. I don't know about this motor in particular, but I know that my VG30E was kind of noisy to begin with. So, not really too concerned with that. It's not like a huge sound. It just sounds like a noisy lifter. But other than that, looks good. Sounds good. So, I realized when I got into the car earlier, too, somebody had already deleted the AIVs. And it looks like the EGR too, as far as where it was put into the exhaust, because I know the AIV pipes were disconnected underneath the fenders, and the EGR I'm not sure about. I have to get farther under the car and check that out, but doesn't sound too bad. Like I said, it's white smoke, but it doesn't smell like coolant. It doesn't smell sweet. It's definitely not blue. So I think it's just because it's cold outside, and like I said, it hasn't drove aside from when I drove it on the trailer in about 2 years. So and for what it is, I think we're in good shape. Let's see if we're getting anything on our temperature gauge yet. Actually, I'm an idiot. We're not going to get anything on the temperature gauge because the temperature sensor isn't hooked up. So I'm going to go ahead and turn it off, and we'll let it cool down for a little bit, and then we'll start it back up again when we're ready to put it back in the driveway. See if we can take a better look and see where this smoke's coming from. Oh god, it smells like crud real bad. Like, not oil, not gas. It smells like straight crud. I think it's just earth and dirt just stuck all over this motherfucker, just burning off. So obviously once we get our cooling system on, we'll know for sure, because then we'll have some temps to make sure it's not overheating, and we'll be able to let it run for a little longer and see if it goes away. So, but for right now, I think we're in good shape. The other thing too, obviously, there is some coolant lines back here that aren't connected where my heater core hoses go. So there's a good chance there's probably a little bit of coolant leaking out of them. And that could also be causing some of our smoke. So anyway, she's back to life. And she is sounding sweet. So we're gonna go ahead and let her sit and get the driveway cleaned up. Oh, she's so pretty. I can't wait to drive it. Can't wait to be cruising around in her. We gotta think of a name too. The 240's name is Alice. Named her when I was real big into Resident Evil. So that's Alice, my beautiful 240. Love this car. She's gonna be getting the rest of her tuning done and everything when the spring comes around. We'll be taking both of the Nissans to the track now. So, all right, I'm gonna go ahead and start cleaning up. I'll see you guys a little bit later. All right, so some time has passed. Got the driveway cleaned up pretty good. This is all the stuff that we took off. Now, some of it got replaced, like the water pump and thermostat and stuff, but that's got to be 40 pounds in that bag. So, not a whole lot, but when you're talking about a car that weighs like 2,900 pounds, hey, anything matters. That's 40 pounds I don't have to lose. All right, we're gonna go down here and start it back up and get it back in the driveway and see what's going on. I see something leaking off our passenger side here, or our driver's side. Right there. Let's see. Huh. That's interesting. Might have just been water from it sitting. It did rain the first couple days I had it over here, but we'll continue to monitor that. Let's get it started back up. Take you inside this time. By the way, anybody who's watching this who may know if this steering column adjusts, that'd be great. Because if I could get it to go up a little higher, it would make getting in and out of this thing a hell of a lot easier. So, much better startup than what we originally had. Idle's looking pretty steady, cold around 1800, which is probably about right. Says it's full on fuel now. It used to say quarter tank. I wasn't even sure the thing was working, honestly. Temperature, we're not going to get anything on that. I do have an ABS light on. We already know we don't have any windshield wiper fluid. Battery lights on, probably because the alternator's not hooked up. Can probably make one of these lights go off. Let's see. If I can get the seatbelt in. There we go. And it didn't go off, so I'll have to figure that out. We got oil pressure. I'm guessing that's saying around 30 pounds, which again is probably about right. So this shifter is real loose. I don't know what the deal is with that. I haven't taken this console piece off yet. As you can see, it's already half off. I did get a new piece for the dash here, so we'll go ahead and get that put in. But, you know, here in the daylight, you can see most of the interior, and this thing is trashed. Look at this corner. Oh, God. So we're probably going to have to find some new door panels. But it's got the T-tops, which I like. And everything up here looks pretty good except for these corner pieces. So hopefully we can just get those rewrapped or something. missing quite a bit of stuff. But idle's slowly going down, so I think that's probably working okay. I'm gonna go ahead and plant you on top because I have no power steering, so I need both hands to drive this thing. I'll tell you what, hole in the exhaust or not, I don't know yet, because the AIVs have already been deleted, which I realized once I got under for the oil, but she sounds good. She sounds real good. So we might be keeping this exhaust. I don't know. If it doesn't have any leaks, which it really might not, because obviously it's the AIVs have been deleted. Something's been done to it, so. But we'll figure that out once we get it over to the exhaust shop and stick it up on a lift. So, as you can see in the mirror, we still got some white smoke. Again, could just be because, I mean, it is like 35 degrees out here. So, I don't know, we got a little bit more work, but I think another week or so and we'll be driving.